he'll carry the bulk of the load. Every time you see, half the time he'll be getting the ball, other times it'll be traps and counters from Rogers.
Well, as you watch along with us here tonight on Friday Night Rivals, we wanted to give you a couple things to keep your eye on as far as the keys to the game. So let's start with Narragansett.
Yeah, Narragansett is pass heavy. They have to be efficient in the passing game coming out of the gates to get off to a good start. And I think that they need to stay disciplined because the Rogers run game is a lot of traps and counters, so they'll have to play gap defense.
And as far as Rogers is concerned?
Yeah, Rogers, because they're so run heavy, they got to limit the penalties and the mistakes in order to move those chains tonight. And in the defensive side of the ball, they can't let Narragansett throw over the top.
All right, it is a misty night here in Newport, Rhode Island for this high school football game. Narragansett versus Rogers. The kickoff coming up on the Ocean State Credit Union Friday Night Rivals presented by Eric George, DND and Associates. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Topa Field here in Newport for tonight's Friday Night Rivals game. Rogers High School hosting Narragansett. Frank Carpano along with Kyle Rowley. Pete Connell, our statistician, alongside. And we've had off and on rain showers here throughout the early evening. We'll see what impact that has on tonight's game. It is homecoming nights here at Topa Field for the Rogers High School team. Also senior night. We saw some senior ceremonies that happened just before we came on the air tonight. Happy that you're with us either on the Charge Network, on turn210.com, Facebook Live, YouTube. Many different ways that you can watch this telecast tonight. However you're watching it, we're glad that you're with us. Here you see the head coach of Narragansett, Matt Blessing, on the sideline for the Mariners in his 7th year as head coach of the Narragansett Mariners. And for Rogers High School, John Horseman in his 2nd year as the head coach. So we're getting ready. The Narragansett team won the coin toss, and they have elected to defer to receive the second half kickoff. So it will be Rogers High School on offense first as we get ready to kick this one off. And kicking it away is Carson Oakes for Narragansett. And we are underway. A line drive down the field, down to the 15-yard line, up over the 20, 25. Goes number 2, Travis Burrows, and Burrows gets up over the 40 to the 43-yard line where he's stopped. That'll be 1st and 10 now for the Vikings.
Rogers already knocking on the door. Travis Burrows, you'll see him all night tonight. Good return by him up near the 45.
Okay. All right, let's go down the sideline. 3rd member of our broadcast crew, Ben DeCastro. Take it away, Ben.
As Taylor Swift said, welcome to Newport. We've been waiting for you. That's right. It's a tale of two seaside cities, Narragansett and Newport here tonight. Let's talk a little bit about the weather because that's what's going to be playing a factor. We've got a really good breeze coming in, gusts up to 22 miles an hour. We're going to see about 61, 60 degrees the entire night. The 8 o'clock hour, though, according to check mark, the 8 o'clock hour may have some rain, so we'll be looking to that.
All right, on first down, Miles Ventura handing it off to Travis Burrows, who takes it all the way for a touchdown.
Travis Burrows with the big kickoff return and then weaves his way through traffic on the first play from scrimmage, a 56-yard touchdown run. Matthew Timpson and Narragansett nearly had him on the ankles here, as you'll see on your screen. Good effort by Timpson, but you see the balance there of Burrows. Unbelievable. First play from scrimmage touchdown.
And this is the second week in a row the first play from scrimmage produces 6 points.
We
had one last week
like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so let's see here as the go for 2 points. 2-point conversion here for the Vikings. Barely 20 seconds into this game, 6-0. And back to pass, looking to throw Ventura, and he lofts it in, and it's complete. So 2 more points on the board for the Vikings. The pass complete to Travis Burrows. So 20 seconds into this one, and it's an 8-0 Rogers High School lead.
A little bit of a trick play there from Rogers. Miles goes right, throws all the way back to Burrows, who outruns 2 Narragansett defenders for his, let's call it, second score of the game, the touchdown and the extra point to Burrows, plus the kickoff.
All right, so we'll get a chance to see Narragansett, what they can do on offense here. As we mentioned, both teams struggling a bit this season in Division III. Narragansett, the Mariners, coming in at 1-4. Rogers High School, the Vikings, coming in at 1-5. 2 of the smaller schools in the state of Rhode Island. And putting together a team here, and speaking with both coaches prior to tonight's game, they assured us that, you know, the team is still focused on winning games and have a good attitude, which is always important here. So we expect a very competitive game here tonight at Topa Field in Newport. All right, getting ready to kick this one off is Cisco Aponte. He signals he's ready, and there it is, down the left side of the field, bouncing at the 20, and picked up there, loose ball, and then tackling the kickoff returner was Travis Burrows. So he is doing a little bit of everything here tonight, Travis Burrows, with a run for a touchdown, the catch for the 2-point conversion, and now the tackle on the kickoff.
Christian Petreka there on the return, had some trouble getting it, gets on the ball finally. Like you said, Burrows with his 4th time in action already in this game.
All right, leading the offense is Aiden Freitz, number 12, the quarterback for the Narragansett Mariners. And he hands off on first down. And around the left side looking for room after a pickup of a yard or 2. So bring about second down here. Good coverage there by the Rogers defense.
Matthew Timpson, the running back there, the junior, takes it off the right side. A little bit of gain. Second down and 8. Second and 8, second and 9 here.
Play called in from the sideline. Now Freet from the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Lets it fly. Long ball and just out of the reach of the intended receiver on that play. So it'll be third down now, and we should mention that Aiden Freitz comes into this one with a healing broken thumb that was broken about 4 games ago.
Yeah, he's been playing with a splint on that thumb. Coach said he wanted to cut that cast right off, which, you know, is hard to do for a quarterback. That right thumb, that all-important right thumb, and especially with Narragansett being the pass-heavy attack that they are with Matt Blessing at the helm, he likes to lean on the pass. In fact, he said he wants to establish the pass first, even before that run.
All right, third down now for the Mariners. Man in motion. Freitz, handoff. First man through, up over the 25 to the 26-yard line goes Matt Timpson.
Narragansett running some motion and then some run action away. Looks like Rogers is content to play man-to-man on the outside so they can keep some men in the box versus the Narragansett running attack.
So on 4th down now, they're going to kick this one away. Christian Petreka, a senior, will punt this one away.
Copy. Braden, you got to read. We're going to go to break after this break.
High snap, and he's going to run it on 4th down. It looks like he's got first down yardage and more at the 50 inside of Rogers territory. Great run there by Christian Petreka.
Christian Petreka goes back to punt, takes the fake. They must have seen something on film for Rogers. That's a 31-yard run on the punt fake. And big play for Narragansett because they're already trailing this thing 8-0 to Rogers.
Big play there and inside of Rogers territory now, and first down for the Mariners. Back to pass, Freets. Over the middle, he's got a man wide open, and that's Jackson Hole. Hole runs it down to the 20, the 10, and in for the touchdown.
Jackson Hole on the slant. Freet finds him in stride, takes it the distance. Coach talked about Hole. He'll be a main facet of that passing attack for Narragansett.
43 yards for the touchdown, a Atlantis Comfort Systems touchdown.
What a big play to fake that punt and then even the score. Not even the score, but we'll see right here if they get this extra point, they choose to go for one.
Aiden Freets, quarterback, is also the place kicker. The snap, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 9:44 to go here in the first quarter, it is now Rogers High School 8 and Narragansett 7. Back with more right after this.
Let him play, Braden. Let him play.
All right, welcome back to Topa Field here in Newport. We got a ball game. Just a few minutes rolled off here in the first quarter, and already 8-7 is our score. The Rogers Vikings leading the Narragansett Mariners. And the kickoff, Carson Oakes kicks it away. That one is reeled in by Cisco Aponte. Aponte looking for room and gets up over the 20-yard line, and that's where he is stopped, and that's where we will see Rogers High School once again on offense.
Jackson Hole on the stop there. Throughout this game, you'll see a lot of these players play offense, defense, and special teams. You've got quarterbacks punting, you've got running backs kicking extra points, so just be aware a lot of these players are playing Ironman football out there. As Jackson Hole, who scored, makes the tackle on the kickoff.
Well, in terms of numbers, these are two of the smaller rosters that we've seen over the course of our travels through the Friday Night Rivals schedule. So almost forced to do that. In fact,
Absolutely.
You played both ways when you were at Henrican, right?
I did. I told them I need to. I need to hit people.
All right, here we go. First down, handoff up over the middle and through to the 22-yard line. Pickup of a couple of yards there for the Vikings. In fact, you talked about being here many years ago when you played, and you were playing defense, you were safety at the time, and it was a foggy night. Tell everybody what happened.
Yeah, we played here on a foggy Newport night. Rogers was one of our main rivals. They were top of the league at that point. Yeah, guy caught a slant. I ripped it out of his arms, running down the sideline, but it was such a foggy night. The whistle just blew the whistle, and I'm standing in the end zone on this other side waving the ball at them. Anyway, they kept the ball on the play.
Huh. So they didn't record your strip.
Should have had one more.
All right, we'll have to amend the record books.
Please.
On second down now, up to the 25-yard line, pickup of a couple of yards will bring about third down for the Vikings here.
Yeah, but you can get different weather out here tonight. It looks like the rain's held off. It's a dry field, but a little bit of mist in the air.
No fog, though. It wouldn't be unusual here in Newport.
We'll see Rogers' offense here. They're sort of a wing T offense. They'll employ 3 running backs, run a lot of traps like we said at the opening, a lot of counters. Narragansett is going to have to stay in their gaps and play responsible football.
3rd down and 6 now. Rolling out to his left, throwing and incomplete is the pass intended for Chris Connerton.
A little bit of a boot rollout, trying to target Connerton in the flats. A little bit overthrown, close to an interception there if the safety had gotten his head on a swivel. But he got the ball out on time, which is why they've got another down here. It looks like the punt team's on the field, and Rogers will punt this away. Although we've seen a fake already in this game by Narragansett. This wouldn't be the place you want to do it, though.
No. All right. Nixon Brownell is the punter. Back at his own 13, 12-yard line, and he gets it away. Gets good foot into it. That one reeled in at the 48-yard line. Up into Rogers territory goes Jackson Hole, and he takes a hits at the 41-yard line, and that's where Narragansett will take over here on offense.
You can see just how much they want to get Jackson Hole the ball. He'll be the punt returner. He'll be in there at running back receiver.
Now we got the 1st down and 10 Narragansett.
10-yard return on the kick.
Narragansett comes out in a 2-by-2 set with 1 running back beside Freet.
Man in motion, Levesque. Freet now back to pass and lets it fly over the middle, and that is incomplete. That was intended for number 5, Carson Oakes.
Yeah, Narragansett tries to get O'Connor out on the post pattern. Just a little bit overthrown. Good timing by Freet there on the pass, just a little bit over his receiver's head. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 here as the quarterback looks to the sideline. Matt Blessing giving him the play.
Back to pass, Freets. Little swing pass, and that one complete to Timpson, who's knocked out of bounds after a pickup of just a couple of yards.
Pass is complete to number 0.
Play fake to Timpson, rolls right, goes back to Timpson on the left sideline, but like you said, stingy defense there by Rogers. 3rd and about 7, as you see Timpson putting his head down. Good hit, could have been a late takedown, as you got to be careful on that sideline.
So they spot this ball on the 40-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 8 now for the Mariners. Man in motion, Levesque. Handoff, looking for room to move, goes Timpson. Timpson gets back to the 40-yard line. Maybe see where they spot it, might get a yard. Give him a yard on the play. Our officials tonight, the referee is Jeff King. Joe Salamino is the umpire. Linesman is Victor Giorgio. Field judge, Adam Robitaille. Back judge is Paul Ferrandi. And on the clock tonight is Trevante Jones. 4th down now, and the Mariners are going for it. And here comes the rush. Freet's pass, incomplete. Good defensive play there by number 53, David Rivera, who knocked the ball out of the hands of the intended receiver, Michael Zelenik.
Take a look at the replay here. Rivera comes in just on time. That's tough to do, to time up the pass. Tries to throw a slant right there, but nothing doing. That'll be the first turnover on down for Narragansett's pass-heavy offense. Rogers huddled up around their own 20.
Well, it's been a frustrating year for this Rogers High School team. They've lost 3 games by a total of 7 points. Last week, losing to Pilgrim in overtime, 26-20. So let's see what they do on this set of downs on offense from their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Ventura under center. Man in motion is Burrows. And the handoff. And some decent yardage there on 1st down. And that was Chris Connerton with the run on the play, senior running back.
Whenever they send Burrows in motion, he's going to get attention. They try to slide the running back up behind him, trying to use him as a decoy on the play. Works because it brings up a 2nd and about 4 yards.
Still in Rogers territory on their 47-yard line. Man in motion. That handoff goes to Burrows. Burrows around the left side and then tripped up as he gets over midfield and down into Narragansett territory. And that looks like it's going to be enough to move the sticks. A first down.
This time Rogers motions Burrows and gives it to him. They get Connerton out in front to lead block, and Burrows just enough for the first down, falls forward. Rogers at about the 48-yard line.
Cisco Aponte wide to the right here. Under center is Ventura. Ventura rolls out, the handoff. Burrows down the left side, down inside the 40, and knocked down at the 36-yard line, and that is good enough to move the sticks once again for another first down. A Roto-Rooter first down after the 12-yard pickup.
Christopher Wynn right here may have saved the touchdown as the all-dangerous Burrows almost gets to the outside. You can see 14 there on the ankle tackle, saving that big play for his Narragansett defense. You know, as you said, they got Cisco Aponte out wide, and he's a guy that's played quarterback this season, but they feel they need a threat on the outside to draw some men out of the box.
Ponte again, wide out to the right. The handoff, this one goes to Connerton. Connerton left side, and that down inside the 35 to about the 37-yard line.
Gain of 3 there. Connerton doing a good job getting up through the hole and then trying to bounce after he's up through the blocking hole.
Second down and 7.
Connerton comes out. They'll send Nixon Brunell onto the field.
Ventura grabs the play from the sideline, headed back to the huddle. Glad you're with us on this Friday night for Friday Night Rivals here at Topa Field in Newport.
Narragansett with a sort of a 3-shell here. They've got 4 linebackers in the game and 4 down linemen.
The handoff goes to J.C. Michelle, and J.C. down inside the 20, stopped at about the 16-yard line. So that'll move the sticks for another first down as Rogers moves inside the comprehensive community action red zone. 15-yard pickup. First time that we've called Michelle's number here tonight.
Yeah, but looks the same as everything else. They're getting too much downhill running. Narragansett really needs to make an effort to get into that backfield and put some pads on him early because these downhill runs are really killing Narragansett at this point.
Handoff on first down, and that one goes to Nixon Brunell. Brunell is stretching that one out down inside the 10-yard line to the 8.
And you could see it there again. Brunell probably not even touched until he's 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, then some contact, pickup of 8 there, and that's just not the way you want to play on first down. I don't know what Narragansett can do because they've already really packing 8 in the box there to try to stop this Rogers run game. Got 3:33 left in the first quarter. It's been an eventful quarter.
All right, the quarterback, Ventura, brings his team to the line of scrimmage on 2nd down and 1. Again, working from under center. Handoff. This one goes to Brownell, and Brownell into the end zone for a touchdown. It's an Atlantis Comfort Systems touchdown.
Brownell straight ahead, the senior running back, and Narragansett really having problems containing this run game by Rogers. As you can see there, Brownell's barely touched all the way out beyond the 10-yard line, and that'll be the second rushing touchdown for Rogers, their heavy rush attack.
They go up 14-7. They used 2-point conversion last time. That was successful on a pass play. They're going to try something here again. Couple of wide outs to the right. Single setback is Brownell. Rolling out to the right, looking to pass, and that one is incomplete. So the score stays 14-7 with 3:09 to go. We'll be right back.
No good. And with that
Ocean State Credit Union's Friday Night Rivals. Local high school football every Friday night on Charge. Closed captioning sponsored by Carney's Furniture and Mattresses, the brand you trust since 1928. Offering Nairobi's same-day mattress and upholstery eye delivery 7 days a week.
Welcome back. A lot of action here in the first quarter. Time for the Tri-County Community Action Agency scoring summary. We'll catch you up here. The first score here in the first quarter, Travis Burrows takes it on a 56-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion made it 8-0 Rogers. Second score, here it is. Michael Zelenik, 43-yard touchdown reception. The kick after is good, and it was 8-7 Rogers. And then it was the Vikings once again. Scoring just a moment ago, Nixon Brownell with an 8-yard touchdown run, and the 2-point conversion no good. So 14-7 is the score here with 3:09 to go in the first quarter.
A lot of action this quarter. Rogers really controlling this game, though, with the run game. Narragansett stalling on their second drive as we see the kickoff.
Petreka looking to find some room, eludes a couple of tacklers and gets up over the 40 to the 43-yard line. Well, if all the scoring in the first quarter is a sign of things to come, we're going to have ourselves a pretty exciting game here tonight.
Absolutely. I was dreading. It looked like it was going to be rain, and now we've got a dry day. Narragansett's doing it through the air. Rogers is doing it on the ground. Burrows has a big start to this one. And then Brownell to finish it off.
First and 10, 42-yard line of Narragansett. Freets back to pass, lets it fly long, and he's got an open man. Jackson Hole just cannot reel it in.
That's the second time he's just overthrown Hole on a post pattern. This one a deep post, 15-yard variety, makes his break, and about 30 yards downfield, he throws it about 31.
Now, we mentioned that this young man has had some injury problems. Last year he had a broken collarbone. This year a broken thumb a few weeks ago. But how difficult is it to throw the ball? You see a wrap on his right throwing hand.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to throw a ball when you've got a broken thumb?
Yeah, your right thumb is just the most important part because that's how you squeeze and oppose those other fingers on the ball, have a strong grip. And then the collarbone last year, that's got to be a little bit daunting as well. But Coach Blessing talked about him. He's a tough kid. He wants to be in the game, and he's fought through injuries valiantly.
Well, a loss on the play on that first down play. Chris Levick with the handoff, and a loss of about 3 or 4 yards here as we're now on third down. Back to pass, letting it go, and incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jackson Hole, but he ran into a defender, and the pass falls incomplete. So that brings about fourth down and 13.
Yeah, Jackson Hole there on a sort of a slant. The Rogers linebackers are doing a good job playing this inside out, sort of catching these slants toward the middle. Narragansett's going to have to throw the outside today if they're going to want to be efficient in the passing game.
Number 23, Christian Petreka drops back in punt formation for Narragansett.
All right, once again in punt formation, Christian Petreka is the punter, but a little trickery. The last time he went to punt, ran with the ball for big yardage and first down. And here he kicks this one away. And that is reeled in by Rogers. And here they come down the field, down to the 40. It is Cisco Aponte. Aponte up over midfield and finally dropped at the Narragansett 48-yard line.
Cisco Aponte on the return. He's the athlete on the outside on the offense at wide receiver. Feeling lonely out there, decides to take this kickoff, a couple cutback moves, and see it here on the screen. It gets to the outside. Stiff arm there, a little cutback there, and fights for a couple extra yards at the end.
22-yard kickoff return. And the punt return, we should say. Miles Ventura under center, man in motion, and the second man through gets the ball. That's Travis Burrows, and Burrows picks up a couple of yards and then drop back. Looks like they'll mark this one at the 45-yard line.
There's that inside trap to Burrows. They try to roll right and sneak it to him coming through underneath. You see him delaying, coming underneath. Narragansett really struggling, but have a couple guys staying home, doing what they've been coached to do all week. You really have to kind of teach your guys to put their aggression aside, play their assignment so you don't get caught with Burrows going the other way.
Ventura, the handoff, again to Burrows. Burrows around the left side and picks up the first down. Twisted around, but he's still going. Still moving at the 30, down to the 25, and finally dropped at the 24-yard line. So a little north-south, a little east-west. 21 yards later, it's a first down, courtesy of Travis Burrows.
Travis Burrows, a senior, gets the outside. Nobody, again, touches him until he's about 15 yards downfield. Then he fights, and this is dangerous. If you let him get back and cut back, he almost had a wall here, almost like a kickoff return, but a couple Narragansett defenders able to turn him back to the inside.
All right, we've got a timeout called by the Narragansett Mariners.
Timeout, Narragansett.
And we'll keep it here at Topa Fields. Free Buddy Park was renamed Topa Field back in 1989 after the legendary Rogers football coach and all-around great guy John Topa, who was the head coach of the Vikings from 1958 until 1990. Was also the athletic director for 25 years at Rogers. 32 years as a head coach at Rogers. 11 state championships.
Hey.
Yes, 13 division titles. And when you played at Henrican, you must have played against Mr. Topa, yes?
Yeah, and they were formidable. I remember thinking, it was Rogers, East Providence were big back in my day, and us and LaSalle as well.
Jamie Silva, was that the era that he played at East Providence?
He's a couple years older than me, but we saw Jamie for a year or two there, yeah.
That's when the divisions were all different now.
Yeah.
Now Henrican and LaSalle and North Kingstown and Central are all
right
in the top, and then that kind of weights the others a lot heavier. I think this is Division III is a 14-team division in the Rhode Island Interscholastic League.
Absolutely.
All right, first down after the Narragansett timeout. And the handoff goes to number 4, J.C. Michelle, and he picks up about 8 yards on the play.
About 45 seconds left in this quarter. Rogers really having their way on the ground, although the score remains tight. Narragansett hanging around, but these run plays, there's no resistance at the line of scrimmage for Narragansett. They're going to have to figure something out, whether that be blitz some of their linebackers to plug these initial holes, but they can't let untouched running backs go for 8 yards.
Final seconds now of the first quarter here, and a second down play for Rogers. There's the pitch, and it goes to Michelle. Michelle looking to get inside the 10, and he is dragged down on the play by Darian Price. Michelle picking up first down yardage. That'll move the sticks.
Yeah, just a straight toss to the outside, Michelle, and some missed tackles here by Narragansett. That's one thing you have to do. They don't have enough opportunities to tackle as it is. Need to make that the first time.
Right, first quarter now complete. Second quarter coming up when we return with more Friday Night Rivals from Newport. Hey, you can also enjoy these broadcasts on our Facebook Live page presented by Trattoria Appia Restaurant. Indulge in the familiar, experience the extraordinary. Trattoria Appia in Providence, up on Federal Hill. All right, welcome back as we begin second quarter play here with the home team, Rogers, leading Narragansett 14-7 and threatening to score once again. 1st and 10. Down on the 9-yard line, and right into the end zone goes J.C. Michelle. He goes around the right side, and he scores another Atlantis Comfort System touchdown.
Rogers making it look easy. They're up front 5, doing a great job. Running backs untouched all day. This is the second untouched touchdown. I maybe may call it a third with Burrows on the initial drive, and really no one to contest that as Michelle walks into the end zone. They've been going for 2 all day. We'll see what they do here. Looks like they're going to come out again. They missed on the last.
Ventura with Connerton in the backfield. Ventura, handoff to Connerton, and he gets tripped up short of the goal line. So 20-7 our score now, just a few seconds into quarter number 2. Frank Carpano, along with Kyle Rowley here for this Friday Night Rivals telecast.
And with that, the score of the Rogers Vikings 20.
Narragansett finally did a good job on that extra point, meeting them at the point of attack, and maybe that's something they can build on, because at this rate, it's going to be a long game for Narragansett.
All right, let's head back down the sideline. Third member of our broadcast crew, Ben DeCastro. Hello, Ben.
Frank, it's great to be here tonight in Newport. And I'm going to ask our camera guy to take a few steps here because it's senior night. And they got a great cheering section over here. The student section, as you can see, they're starting to fill in. They got the Viking horns over here. Let's see if we can get them riled up. Hey, Vikings, are you excited to be here? All right, Frank, we'll send it back to you.
All right, we love the enthusiasm. Big crowd here tonight on the nights that honors the Rogers seniors. It's also homecoming night. There'll be some festivities going on at halftime here. We've got a big halftime coming up for you. We hope you'll stick around for that. And the rest of tonight's game is, if you like scoring, this is definitely a game for you. J.C. Michelle's 9-yard touchdown run made it 20-7, and that's where we stand here very early in the second quarter. And the kickoff, Cisco Aponte, ball into the hands of number 14, Christopher Wynn. Wynn looking for room, finds the outside up over the 40, and then knocked out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Number 14, Christopher Wynn on the return for Narragansett.
The interesting thing here is Narragansett, with their pass-heavy offense, has really only had 2 yards of success in the pass game thus far, which is going to be the difference, because they really rely on that. He's tried to obviously target some post deep. It's just been about a yard off. Some good linebacker play by Rogers, but only 2 yards passing for Narragansett thus far.
Aiden Freet from the shotgun lets it fly, and that one's intercepted. Intercepted at the 50-yard line. There's penalty flags that are flying as that one was reeled in by Nixon Brownell.
Intercepted by number 10, Nixon Brownell.
And we'll see what the first flags of the game here.
Flags down on the play.
And Jeff King, our official, and it's going to go against Rogers.
Back on Rogers, on the return, so I believe they'll get the ball here. You see it here. Just trying to throw another slant there. Brownell does a great job reading the quarterback's eyes. Nice little return, some shakes, and he's made some big plays already tonight for this Rogers team.
All right, they'll back the ball up to the 44-yard line of the Vikings. There you see all the particulars on Nixon Brownell, senior running back, coming off of a little concussion protocol, back in the lineup. Does quite a bit. The running back, linebacker, kicker, punter.
I feel like we've called his name eight or nine times already today with a number of other guys.
Ventura, handoff goes to Michelle. Michelle left side, and then he's free down inside the 40, 35, and then dragged down at the 30, 20-yard line. by the Narragansett defense. So, boy, he got into fifth gear pretty quickly there.
Yeah, Carson Oakes finally tackles him well downfield. I've never really seen anything like that. There's no one meeting these running backs until about 10, 12, 15 yards downfield. There he's not touched until the safety and corner make the tackle late in the game.
37-yard pickup for Michelle, the senior running back. Primarily a blocking back, but boy, he's racking up the yardage here tonight.
Not tonight. Already with a touchdown on the night.
Ball spotted just shy of the 20. There's a handoff on first down, and still pulling his way, the runner, that would be Connaughton. And let's see, they're going to spot it back on the 20, so we're officially in the Comprehensive Community Action Red Zone.
John Horseman, head coach, Rogers. You can see how all his plays are complementary as we head into the red zone here. A lot of toss and then toss counter, trying to show that defense something to get them moving and then bring their small running backs back through the holes.
Second down and 10 now for the Vikings. Under center, Miles Ventura, junior quarterback. Looking, sets a man in motion, and then the handoff. Round the left side, looking for room, and dragged by his shirt, and down goes Travis Burrows, but not before picking up a couple of yards. Got to keep those legs moving. Little extra yardage there after first contact.
Yeah, and Narragansett, if they do get guys held up, need to get all their players to the ball. They're a little bit late there, which allows Burrows to pick up the 2 yards, which is important because it puts them in a third and manageable here instead of a third and long. Narragansett's not small up front. Those guys just need to push their way in the backfield a little bit, interrupt this counter trap system.
Third down play. And little counter play, and into the end zone goes Travis Burrows. 18-yard run into the end zone. 6 more points on the board for Rogers.
Well, he is having a big day. Coach Horseman talked about how he makes him cringe sometimes because he's a very upright runner, a tall, lanky type of guy, but he kind of just walks into the end zone, almost knees the safety in the face there as he crosses the goal line. That's the second touchdown of the night and for Burrows. A little bit of an inside reverse, makes his way to the outside, and then you can see him with those high knees, that tall, upright running.
All right, once again going for 2 here. Man in motion, looking to throw now and tucking it in, letting it go, and we have a flag that's down. And we'll see what that's about after the completed pass. Did the quarterback pass the line of scrimmage?
It would have been marked around the 2.5-yard line. I thought he was good from our vantage point. Miles Ventura does a good job. Looked like he was going to run and then pulled up late, giving it to Cisco Aponte on the outside. Really heady play. A little bit of Pat Mahomes mixed in there. We'll see it on the screen. Going to take a look at if he's over the line of scrimmage here on the replay because he tucks to run and then he pops up here. I think he's well behind the line of scrimmage, so I don't think that's what it is. Maybe some linemen downfield. Yep. Ineligible downfield.
That play did take a little while to develop, though it was successful. Let's see what they can do now. Ball pushed back to the 8-yard line.
You wonder why they don't kick the extra point here, but they look like they're just dead set on going for 2 all night here.
Man in motion, fakes the handoff and into the end zone, and that one's going to get picked off. So the score stays 26-7 with 9:10 to go here in the first half. And welcome back. We invite you to stay tuned for the Dell's Lemonade Halftime Report. We'll have this week's Paul Massey Motors, home of the One Price Scholar Athletes, a participating school administrator interview, some first half highlights, and more. Dell's Lemonade proudly celebrating its 75th anniversary. (26-7), Rogers leading it on their homecoming and senior night here at Topa Field in Newport. As it would appear, the rain that had been predicted rolled through and fairly dry right now. A little short kick. That one reeled in at the 35-yard line. And then not going anywhere is Matt Timpson.
Very, very short kick there by Rogers. You know, it looked like we were going to have a back and forth battle in the beginning of the first quarter. And Narragansett has really sputtered after their first drive, not able to do anything really on offense. So we'll see what they can dial up here, try to get some momentum going on offense, move the chains a little bit, maybe hit some swing routes and get those possession passes under his belt.
Aiden Freet from the shotgun. Low snap, gets it off in the flats. That one complete to McFarland. And he is dropped at the 44-yard line.
Pass is complete to number 1, David McFarland.
Yeah, like I said, they're just trying to get Freet in a rhythm here. Is Matt Blessing. One step to his running back, feel the pass catch, a little bit of move to the outside, and just little plays like that can put you in good situations as far as the down and distance go. Second and 6.
Second down, another low snap, but that ball handed off to McFarland. McFarland up over the 45 to the 47-yard line.
51 similarly on the tackle for the Vikings.
I think that was Timpson there. But they're both in the backfield right now. Number 1 and number 0 flanking quarterback Aiden Freet. He's got 2 wide receivers to the top of your screen.
3rd and 1, drops the snap, and then he's dropped loose ball. And that is still loose, bouncing around. Still squirting, and this ball is going to be Rogers football as finally J.C. Michelle reels it in.
Problems with the snap. You and I have seen this all season. These shotgun teams, they'll have 1 or 2 problems throughout the game, and they can be real game changers, as Narragansett's obviously already behind the 8 ball here. Problems with the snap, maybe early. He loses it. Couple guys get their hands on it, not able to cleanly scoop it, and finally you'll see Michelle get onto your screen and scoop that thing cleanly right there. Curls up, get his legs and arms around it.
Well, with just under a tick under 8 minutes to go here in the first half, we get to see the Vikings once again on offense on the Narragansett 38-yard line after the fumble recovery. Miles Ventura under center. Handoff around the left side goes Burrows, and Burrows knocked out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, Travis Burrows and the Rogers offensive line really making this look easy. You know, one of the biggest rules when you're playing a team like this is contain the outside. You need someone to stop him from getting all the way to the sideline uninterrupted. So look for Narragansett to try to blitz on the outside or stunt with their tackles coming out and their linebackers coming in. They need to do something to stop them from getting out there.
11-yard pickup. Burrows has really been racking up the yardage this year through 6 games, 699 yards rushing for the senior running back. Handoff once again goes to Burrows, left side again, and still running. And dropped at the 22-yard line. So that will be enough to move the sticks once again.
You know, Narragansett's lined up well. They have 2 on the outside there, and they're just getting cracked back, kind of playing tall. They really need to kind of get low, take on that block, force the running back to go somewhere where he didn't anticipate. Force that up inside. You've got a lot of help on the inside.
12-yard pickup, and we've got a timeout on the fields. We'll have more Friday Night Rivals after this. Welcome back, and just a reminder, during the fourth quarter of tonight's game, we'll be selecting the Ocean State Credit Union Player of the Game. Ocean State Credit Union, where our interest is in you. So Rogers looking to build on their lead here, up 26-7, and with the ball, moving it down deep inside of Narragansett territory once again. The ball spotted at just shy of the 20-yard line.
You know, this coming off a Narragansett turnover, all important drive for Narragansett's defense. Really need to try to get a stop here as they knock on the door of the red zone.
Connerton, and he is stopped as he brings it into the comprehensive community action red zone.
Number 60, Troy Conte with a tackle for Narragansett.
2nd and 5.
Second down and 6.
Connerton gave a gain of 4 there, brings up 2nd and 6. Rogers has not been stopped all game.
A lot of these stops, you see the defender grabbing the jersey, which means that the guy's already passed him, and you're trying to stop him, trying to catch up to him.
Yeah, Narragansett really, you know, just needs to somehow dig in, get more physical up front, and possibly take some gambles and bring those safeties up.
Ventura hands off to Connerton, and he gets whipped around and dropped at the 16-yard line. So a pickup of a couple of yards will bring about third down for the Vikings.
You know, there are certain games as a defensive back where you really need to get involved in the run game. You see right here, you know, Jackson Holes at the top left of your screen. You know, he needs to make some gambles as far as coming down, helping these linebackers out, because if not him, who? There's no one else there, and the linebacker in front four are really getting taken for a ride here so far.
Third down and 5. Ventura, handoff around the left side goes Burrows. Burrows down inside the 5-yard line, and that'll move the sticks. Another first down as we go a little bit deeper into the red zone.
Take a look at the replay here. Michelle Burrows to the left. I mean, he's not having any trouble.
Another 8-yard gain for the Vikings running back.
But I'll say it again. I don't think these safeties are used to coming up and having to get involved at the line of scrimmage. But in this type of game, there's nothing else to do but get more guys involved in the run game. If they happen to pull up and pass, then so be it. You have to take them out of what they're doing.
All right, timeout called here by Rogers, wanting to take advantage of their field position and try and put the ball in the end zone once again. They lead it by a score of 26-7. You know, in addition to our player of the game, later in the show, we'll have our Ocean State Credit Union play of the game. Ocean State Credit Union, where our interest is in you. So all this scoring here, we'll have a couple of different people to consider for those awards at the end of the show.
I've got a couple in mind.
Good.
They're all on Rogers.
Good. Keep them to yourself until we get a little bit deeper in the game.
Exactly.
Glad you're zeroing in on that. We have one more game to go in our schedule of Friday Night Rivals game next week. Our Friday Night Rivals crew will be in North Kingstown, where Central will take on NK in the championship division game. We mentioned that's a 4-team division. Henrican and LaSalle pretty much locked in at 1 and 2 on the seeding chart for the postseason. And this probably determine who's 3 and who's 4 in that championship division.
Absolutely, it'll be a big one. Always, you know, always like seeing North Kingstown play, because much like Narragansett, they're not afraid to put the ball in the air. Although I'd like to see a little more success tonight.
Brownell, and he's still working down to about the 1-yard line. And even though the ball squirts free, the officials blowing the whistle made the play dead. So pickup of about 4 yards as they creep a little bit closer to the goal line here. And they'll spot that ball on about the 1-yard line. The second down and goal. There you see, fighting for extra yardage, grabbing for the ball. But the whistle had blown.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That's what Narragansett needs to do. When they do get them held up, rip that ball out. They need some turnovers and some ways to get this Rogers team off the field, this offense.
2nd and goal from the 1, and the handoff and into the end zone. I believe that was Chris Connerton with the ball. So another touchdown for the Vikings.
Yeah, valiant effort there by 53, Ethan Grandin, but just sneaks it over. And Rogers looks unstoppable right now against this Narragansett defense.
You see it again here. There's Connerton taking the handoff, putting his head down, and over the goal line for another 6 points. 32-7. Got to say, bit of a surprise that we have that much of a margin of a lead here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, a little bit demoralizing for Narragansett, and you know what can even be even worse if they top it off with these 2-point conversions, although Narragansett's been fairly successful stopping those thus far.
Handoff rolling out, looking to throw into the end zone, and that one is incomplete.
And McFarland needs to make that play, take it back all the way to the house for 2, but just kind of knocks it down or muffs the interception there. That's the same play they used on the first 2-point conversion.
All right, 4:41 to go here in the first half. 32-7, Rogers leading Narragansett. More Friday Night Rivals after this.
Friday Night Rivals. Local high school football every Friday night on Charge. Closed captioning sponsored by Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses, the brand you trust since 1928. Offering Nairobi's same-day mattress and upholstery eye delivery 7 days a week.
And welcome back to Newport's Topa Field. Frank Carpano and Kyle Rowley here, as we have had no shortage of crossing the goal line here tonight. 32-7 is our score after Chris Connerton scores for the Rogers Vikings here to push that score to 32-7. So
here's how many guys on Rogers have get in the end zone: Burrows, Connerton, Michelle, Brunell.
And on the kickoff, we've got a penalty flag flying. Original chimney sweep kickoff.
So you can see, just by that breakdown, what Rogers is doing, really spreading the ball out, faking the toss, bringing guys back underneath, a little bit of reverses, outside reverses, inside reverses. I feel like Narragansett can take that and use it in the passing game, because every time they've gone through the air, it seems like they're just trying to target hole, and hasn't been working thus far in the game.
All right, a holding call against the receiving team there, Narragansett, so they'll back them up here as they march off the penalty yardage, and the ball will be spotted on the Narragansett 30-yard line. Well, Narragansett coming in, we believed, and we're told that primarily a throwing team. They're going to pass more than they're going to run with the ball, and now deep in a hole here, 32-7 they trail. Let's see what they come up with. They've got 3 wide out to the left, 2 to the right. A man in motion, Carson Oakes. He takes the pitch around the left side and not going anywhere as he is dragged down by Travis Burrows.
Yeah, Burrows making the play on defense as well. The offensive star thus far in this game, although there's been many. Narragansett trying to get creative, going to an empty set, tossing it to Oakes. As you can see here, a little bit of a shovel pass, and man, there's Burrows using his speed to not only stop him from getting the outside, but that's a loss of about 7 yards on the play.
All right, 2nd down, 16. Low snap. There's the throw, and that is going to be too long and out of the reach of the intended receiver, Christian Petreka.
Looks like Narragansett dead set on trying to hit these post routes against the cover 4 look of Rogers. And oftentimes in cover 4 you can take the top off the defense, but every post, it seems like, has been overthrown in this game. At some point you got to give your receivers a chance at the ball and let them make a play for you. Oftentimes, we've talked about it, Frank, you'll get a pass interference call if it's at least in range.
Third down, back to pass again. There is the pass incomplete. I think that was Carson Oakes who was the intended receiver on that play.
Yeah, Carson Oakes was screaming through the middle there. A slant turned into a drag, and he tried to hit him in the hole. Looked like Oakes was trying to get to the other side of that backer. A little bit of a miscommunication or lack of chemistry there.
All right, so fourth down is the Mariners figuring out what they're doing here. Punter is back. Christian Petrarca looking to kick this one away. Cisco Aponte, Travis Burrows back deep. And here comes the rush and just gets away. That ball bounces at the 43. Oh, Cisco had it and then dropped it. And let's see who's got the loose ball here, as we've got whites and black jerseys there. And looks like it's going to stay with the Rogers Vikings.
Travis Burrows did a good job using his hands, but also falling down, make sure that he retained possession as he was hit from behind immediately upon getting to the ball. You know, Cisco Aponte being aggressive there. Got to applaud him for it, but you got to be careful on those punts. You just want your offense, which hasn't been stopped much today, to get back on the field. So oftentimes those punt returners, it's their job to make sure, you know, your offense comes up with the ball and has a chance to drive the field.
All right, 1st and 10 now. Again, Rogers on the attack at the Narragansett 48-yard line. And in motion, and that one goes to Brownell. Brownell up the middle and gets stopped at about the 45-yard line. Pickup of 3 yards on the play.
Number 64, Darian Price in the tackle.
I would venture to say that Rogers is averaging well over 5-6 yards a carry right here, which is never going to get it done when you're facing a team like this, because that's going to move the chains every time, even if they're a little shy. You know, the rule of thumb is 4 yards a carry, and you're good. You're moving the chains at a pretty steady clip, but they are well over 4 yards a carry right here tonight. Possibly closer to 10.
2nd down and 6. Ventura, long count. Handoff. Oh, yes.
Finally.
And the first man on the scene there with the white jersey is number 64, Darian Price, with a big stop.
And that is the first sign of life there. Price meets Burrows in the backfield here. This is what you want to see. Try to get a little spark going on defense. Inspire your guys to do the same. They really need to have some backfield action happening here, because all this misdirection by Rogers is predicating on keeping Narragansett off of the line of scrimmage.
Loss of a couple of yards on the play. Now 3rd down. There's the pitch. It goes to Michelle. Michelle down over the 35 to about the 32-yard line. And let's see where they spot it. Should be 1st down yardage.
They are just getting crack blocked as you see Michelle get to the outside. Got a holding penalty, luckily for Narragansett, but I've never seen the edge open this much as we are tonight. It's almost like nobody's out there. Even though you're getting cracked, you need to hold that edge and force him to take it wide. You can't get washed all the way down.
So the ball pushed back to the Rogers 46-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down.
Take a look at these edges as we move into late in the 2nd quarter. 1:45 left on the clock. Rogers taking their time as the clock's still winding. Ventura gets the play from his coach. I'm sure they're keeping it on the ground, Frank. We haven't seen anything but that, besides on 2 extra points. A little bit of trickery trying to throw back to Burrows on those, but everything else has been complete ground attack. And as I say it, they'll go to the air.
Snap, and there's the ball, and is completes. Oh, wow, what a catch down there on the 22-yard line by Number 9, Cisco Aponte.
Cisco Aponte, I just get the feeling that he's itching for action. He tried to scoop up that late punt and almost lost it, but the receiver here, he's their deep threat on the outside, gets behind the defense. Not the greatest throw by Ventura, who's not, in the habit of doing so, but a great catch on the other end by Aponte, and that'll put them at about the 22-yard line with a 1st and 10.
34-yard pickup on that catch. Here we go, 1st and 10, 22-yard line. And the handoff around the right side and not going anywhere.
Darian Price again there on the stop. He's been
Timeout, Rogers.
a little bit of life for Narragansett.
Rogers going to take a timeout here as clock ticks down to 36 seconds left here in the first half. So obviously trying to take advantage and put another few points on the board as they lead at 32-7. Just a reminder to stick around for the Dell's Lemonade halftime reports. We'll introduce you to 2 more nominees for Scholar Athletes. The end of our telecast season, we will take all of the Scholar Athlete nominees. They'll be judged, and one will walk away with a $5,000 college scholarship. So we wish them all the best of luck. But we have 2 more to introduce you to tonight, one from Rogers and one from Narragansett. That's coming up along with some first half highlights. We got plenty of them. And we'll hear from the principal of Rogers High School speaking with our Ben DeCastro.
It's interesting. Darian Price making 2 plays, one to the bottom of our screen, one to the top, both on the left and right side. I got to wonder if Narragansett is moving him around to the wide side of the field to try to stop what we've seen Rogers getting to the outside on every play.
And there's the quarterback, Ventura, scrambling, and he's going to jump out of bounds after he gets inside the 10 to about the 5-yard line with 31 seconds to go. So we are now in the comprehensive community action red zone. 14-yard run by the quarterback on what appeared to be a broken play.
Yeah, they finally do a good job forcing them back to the other side, but then you can see this is why we said at the beginning of the program they really need to play their gap responsibility, because Rogers has a lot of athletes on the field that can cut back and make big plays that way.
1st and goal from the 7. There's the handoff to Brownell right up the middle. And he's not going anywhere, and we have another timeout called to stop the clock for Rogers here.
Miles Ventura doing a good job going right to the referee, making sure he keeps all 24 seconds on the clock. And this would be a very detrimental thing if Rogers is able to score before the half. Narragansett will get the ball coming out. They won the toss and deferred at the beginning of this game, so a little bit of hope there if they can shut them down with these last 24 seconds.
So coming into this game, and this probably will not come as a surprise to you, Kyle, for Rogers, 1,645 yards rushing, 279 yards passing. So there was a hint coming into this game that they were going to be running the ball quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, that's an 8-to-1 ratio or something about that, right?
Is that the Brown education?
I did not learn that at Brown. I learned that at Bishop Hendricken High School. I took no math courses in college. They were not required. See what we got here. Rogers coming to line. They got 1 wide to the bottom of your screen. Connerton in
rolling
motion.
out, looking to pass into the end zone, and that is complete, but it's out of bounds, so a little too long.
It was close. Cisco Aponte looked like he might have tapped his toe in bounds. A pretty good throw. This is what you want to do. Put it out for your star athlete. Aponte with great hands, already one big play in the passing game, and
no.
just on the line, his left foot right on top of that line. It's important in the red zone to get that ball out quickly because you run out of room.
All right, 3rd and goal with 15 seconds to go. Here's Rogers trying to put more points on the board, leading 32-7. Miles Ventura, and let's see, I believe another timeout called, perhaps this time Narragansett.
Narragansett timeout.
Yeah, Narragansett timeout. Rogers in a really good position here because it's third and goal, 15 seconds. Each play about 6-7 seconds to run. So they'll most likely give Narragansett the ball, not have to give Narragansett the ball back. And if they do, maybe 1 second left on the clock. So that's perfect for them to try to go into the half with another 7 points. If you're Narragansett, I keep remembering that extra point where they had the interception on the outside, could have taken it back. They need to hope for something like that, a little bit of jolt before halftime. But, we have seen Rogers go to the air on this drive. We'll see if they have the guts to do that again. Obviously, they usually keep it on the ground. We've got Burrows in the slot.
Ventura rolling out, looking into the end zone, and completes for the touchdown. That one thrown to Travis Burrows.
There's really just no excuse for it. Rogers is not even known for that. But when you see number 2 come into a trips formation, you got to think something's going on. A little bit of roll left, throws it on time. I'd be double teaming this guy if anybody on the field, but for some reason he's wide open in the corner of the end zone right before the half.
That pushes the lead to 38-7 with 9 seconds to go, and let's see what they're going to do here. They're going to kick it. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion. 2 points is the way that they've handled all of their touchdowns here so far tonight.
I don't mean to be too hard on Narragansett. They've struggled. Both teams really struggle with injuries this season, but especially Narragansett. So possibly playing with some guys that are just kind of learning on the go out there.
Back to pass. Ventura rolling out in the end zone and caught. Wow. Through the hands of a defender and into the arms of Cisco Aponte for another 2 points for an even 40 here in the first half for Rogers.
Rogers loves to do this when they do take it to the air, roll right and throw back left. They've done that 3 times, and the concentration there by Aponte is unbelievable because that ball possibly could have been picked off, turned into 7 for Rogers.
So Burrows with a touchdown reception, and then Aponte catching the 2-point conversion pass. And now a 33-point lead here in the end of the second quarter of tonight's game. I think in the 2 years that we've done this, I believe that Rogers, the points that they put on the board is the most that any team has scored for a game.
Yeah, maybe even approaching some Rogers records for first half scoring. We don't have those in front of us. 9 seconds left. We'll see if Narragansett can put something together, make some magic happen on this kickoff return. They may have one play depending on how they handle this return.
Ponte is going to kick this one. A roller down the middle at the 33-yard line, picked up there by Timpson. Timpson gets up over the 46-yard line, and looks like time will expire here in the first half.
Well, I think they should put 2 seconds up, but it doesn't look like the ref is in any rush to do that.
And that'll do it for our first half of play here in Newport. Rogers leading Narragansett 40-7 is the score. Let's head down to the fields where Ben DeCastro standing by with Rogers head coach John Horsman. Ben?
Coach, the scoreboard is showing that you guys have seemingly got everything working for you, but is there something that you're going to be talking to the guys about as you go in there?
Yeah, we'll make some adjustments. We're not hitting trap very well. I don't know why we're missing the trap block inside. But you know what? This is our style of football. We're going to line up. We're going to run the ball. And the boys are executing. They're doing a nice job.
All right, good luck in the second half, Coach. Frank, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Ben. The Ocean State Credit Union Friday Night Rivals, presented by Eric George, DMD and Associates, continues with our halftime report. The Dell's Lemonade halftime report coming your way right after this.
Now, it's time for the Dell's Lemonade Halftime Report, sponsored by Dell's Lemonade, proudly celebrating its 75th anniversary.
And we are at halftime of tonight's Friday Night Rivals telecast, Narragansett and Rogers, and we'd like to welcome you to the Dell's Lemonade Halftime Report. Dell's Lemonade proudly celebrating its 75th anniversary. All right, we have two more scholar athletes to add to our list of nominees. Let's hear who this week's nominees are.
Hi, this is Michelle Massey from Paul Massey Chevrolet, your #1 Chevy dealer. We're honored to sponsor Ocean State Credit Union's Friday Night Rivals Scholar Athletes of the Week. This week's Scholar Athletes are...
Up first is Aiden Freed from Narragansett High School. Aiden plays football and baseball for the Mariners and holds a 4.82 GPA. Aiden led the Mariners football team to back-to-back state championships, and he's an all-academic student athlete. Up next is Julia Connolly of Rogers High School. Julia plays soccer, basketball, softball, plus indoor and outdoor track and field. Even with that busy schedule, Julia has a 4.34 GPA. She's also a multi-sport captain and a member of the National Honor Society. Congratulations, Aiden and Julia, on all of your accomplishments in the classroom, on the field, and in your community. And good luck the rest of the school year. Now, it's time for the Dell's Lemonade Halftime Report, sponsored by Dell's Lemonade, proudly celebrating its 75th anniversary.
We are here in the beautiful city by the sea, Newport, Rhode Island, and the principal of Rogers High School, that would be Mr. Jared Vance. Principal Vance, it's so great to have you here. Talk for a little bit, if you won't mind, about your school and Rogers High School and the community, the students here, because you guys have a really great group of kids, young adults, I should say.
Yeah, we definitely do. We have great kids. We have a great community. They're really supportive of the things that are happening in the school. Recently we're in the process of trying to build a new high school right on campus. And the outpouring from the community in support of that project has been huge. The kids here that are playing are just amazing kids, really top quality students, academically, behaviorally. They're just a phenomenal group, and they just really work hard, and they love this game. And to have the opportunity to have this televised and to be able to kind of highlight our community like this is just a fantastic opportunity.
It's senior night, as top of being homecoming night. So you've got this group of seniors who in just a few months they're going to be, taking their own flight and, getting their wings going there. What does it mean to you when you start seeing these kids start moving up?
Oh, it's phenomenal. That's what we look for as educators, is to see kids grow and develop, and particularly at high school, go from kind of young students into young adults as they transition into graduating from high school. So to see these guys to go through all the same things that the classes before them did with homecoming, proms, dances, all the events, it's what we live for as educators, is to watch kids grow up and develop and turn into solid community members.
Fantastic. Principal Vance, congratulations. Wish you a great school year. Frank, we'll send it to you, sir.
All right, thank you very much, Ben. We have much more of the Dell's Lemonade halftime report coming your way right after this. And welcome back to Newport. You can see Rogers leading Narragansett here at halftime. 40-7 is our score as our Dell's Lemonade halftime report continues. And did we have any highlights in the first half, Kyle?
We
Just
had
a few?
some, yeah. This guy Burrows off to the races. That's the first play from scrimmage there, and he had a big kickoff return before that.
Here's the fake punt. Big run back.
Yeah, that's Christian Pacheca. And this set up the only score of the game for Narragansett as Freet finds Hull on the slant route. He takes it to the house. And I suppose they did have more yards than I led on through the air. That was a 49-yard touchdown. But Burrows does it again on the next drive, cutting back, making plays, almost scores on this one, but a big run and finally brought down by Narragansett defenders.
First play of the second quarter here. Michelle. And the interception.
Ronell there on the interception. Rogers making plays on offense and defense as they give it to Burrows again. Burrows finished the first half with 3 touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 through the air. A little bit of problems with Narragansett holding the ball. This one bounces around for a long time, finally picked up by Rogers. And there we have number 1, Connerton goes in for the end zone, and then Burrows finds a way to do it in the air from his quarterback, Ventura.
All right, got the crowd here. They're pretty happy. They're home. Rogers Vikings leading this one 40-7. We're back after this. deliver the second half kickoff, the original chimney sweep kickoff. And a short kick. And the ball now down at the 40-yard line of Narragansett. Narragansett, who had deferred the kickoff after winning the coin toss to begin the game, will go on offense here to start the third quarter.
Narragansett needs to come out and set the tone on offense. Let Rogers know they're a changed team after halftime. Hopefully some adjustments by the coaching staff. Make some tweaks. Try to find ways to get these receivers the ball outside of these slants that haven't worked. In slants and posts, I should say, have been targeted in the first half.
Yeah. All right, they set up the sticks. We're ready to go here. Aiden Freet from the shotgun. Little pitch, round to the right side, 40, 45, still looking for room. It was Carson Oakes up to the 49-yard line.
54, Jeremiah McDowell on the tackle for the Vikings.
A little bit of a motion sweep there by Narragansett, the Mariners, to start this first half. Nice gain on the play. Second and short. They come in, no huddle, 4 wide receiver set.
Second down and 1, man in motion. Freet dropping back to pass, then chased out of the pocket, looking downfield, lets it go. And that is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Carson Oakes. Bounced right off his chest and incomplete.
Freet gave him a chance here. Got out of the pocket to the right, put his right foot in the ground, set up, threw back to his left, gave Oakes a chance to make a play there, which is what I was urging him to do in the first half, and Oakes just not able to make a play for his quarterback. Not the easiest catch in the world, but one that he could have handled.
All right, third down and 1 now. Wynn in motion. Oh boy.
Can't do it.
Oh, that ball loose and fallen on. It was in and out of the hands of a defender and hits the ground again before finally reeled in by Nathan McFarland.
Yeah, McFarland saves his offense there because they don't want Rogers coming out with the ball. At least a chance to punt it away here, but Narragansett already employs this odd type of pitch sweep system, and if you don't have them right away, you kind of just got to tuck that thing and run it yourself as a quarterback, but opts to get it out there. 4th and 10, looks like Narragansett going to go for it with this lopsided 40-7 scoreboard. I don't blame them.
Well, you need to take advantage of every offensive rep that you have, so 4th and 10. There's the pass, complete, first down and more as racing Carson Oakes. And finally they catch up to him and drop him at about the 12-yard line. Finally, nice connection there between Aiden Freet and Carson Oakes.
See the replay here. Freet does a good job, 3-step drop, gets it out on time. We call that a bang post, about 8 yards. Put your foot in the ground, make the break, and he's off to the races, except Burrows runs him down.
46-yard pickup, though. We'll take that, right? Carson Oakes, sprinter on track and field team, picking up big yardage there. The 6'2", 210-pound wide receiver.
He did a good job to hold the ball toward the end of that run. Those Rogers players were ball hawking, trying to rip that out of his pocket.
Levesque spinning down inside the 10-yard line.
Number 2, Christopher Levesque, in Narragansett ball carrier.
Chris Levesque, a nice little cut to the inside there. Picks up about 6 yards on the run. Check out the replay. A little inside handoff, spin move. Cuts it up right there. Nice little run. Shows his athleticism.
All right, now once again it is Levesque, but he doesn't go anywhere. In fact, they're going to drop him for a loss. Nice job by the Rogers defense. David Rivera, whose name we've mentioned a couple times here on defense, coming through with that one.
Yeah, Brady Toner as well, helping his buddy out. They try to get it to, try to get it to the outside there, and Rogers is not having it.
So the play call coming in from the sideline now on 3rd down and 7. Freet drops straight back and loses the ball, and it looks like it's going to be Rogers football. So Slippery football in and out of the fingers of the quarterback. And it is Rogers picking up that loose ball, and they will go on offense for the first time here in the second half.
Yeah, this is the second mishap for Narragansett's offense as far as turnovers having to do with the quarterback. Yeah, it looked like he just lost that ball. Nobody hit his arm or anything, and Rogers scoops it up or falls on it, and they'll have the ball about the 16-yard line, 1st and 10.
Unfortunately, the ball came loose as he was going back. If he was going forward, it would have been an incomplete pass, right?
I guess fortunate for Rogers.
First down now for Rogers and Travis Burrows on the left side. Picks up a couple of yards after the successful turnover. Third turnover of the night for Narragansett.
Yeah, they are struggling to get anything going. Obviously, it doesn't help your offense to be giving the other team the ball as well to add to the problems for Narragansett. They're also struggling on defense to trying to contain this onslaught running attack. Rogers has had 4 different players in the end zone from the running back position today, and one of those guys has 3 alone.
Second down and 7 now. Miles Ventura under center. Handoff. This one goes to Nixon Brownell, and he picks up first down yardage as he hustles over the 30-yard line. They'll move the sticks.
Watching this game, you would think that, Rogers is playing downhill, almost like Narragansett's playing uphill here. It's, again, no contact till about 8 to 10 yards downfield. He falls forward for more than that, and Rogers keeps moving the chain using multiple running back sets and different players, different numbers, everybody spreading the wealth, and this is really kind of how you attack a defense.
12-yard pickup on that play brings about a first down. The ball on the 38-yard line. Handoff, finding room, up over the 40, loose ball, and this one is now going to go in favor of Narragansett. So number 61, Hadran Duncan, picking up the loose ball. And we'll get to see Narragansett back on offense here.
That is exactly what Narragansett needed there. Finally, a turnover goes their way. Michelle coming through, running hard, downhill, makes a cut, doesn't protect the ball, however, kind of slides out. Apparently that ball is slippery out there, but very nice scoop and slide by 61.
All right, so the ball spotted on the Rogers 47-yard line. Narragansett back on offense here. Looking to put some points on the board, trailing 40-7. Back to pass. Long ball downfield and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Christian Petreka.
There's been times where he's put it in the right spot and his guys just haven't made plays. That's the second downfield throw in the last 2 drives that really I felt like we're on the mark. Petreka's right there. Just, Michelle did a good job kind of getting his hand in there last minute, but you got to make that play for your quarterback, especially in a game like this where you're struggling to get things going.
All right, second down and 10 now. Ball still on the 47-yard line. Back to pass. Pass complete. And that one reeled in by Michael Zelenak.
Yeah, Zelenak came out, a little bit of a 4-yard out route. Those are the type of plays I think that Narragansett needs to run a little more. Not a ton of success right there, but if you can get to the outs, a little bit of dump throws, something to get your quarterback in rhythm, that would help a lot.
Third down now, looking to pass again. Freak chased out of the pocket and then completes the pass to Nathan McFarland, and let's see, right near the first down marker. We'll see where they place this ball.
Yeah, he's close. It didn't look like McFarland was aware of the chains. Let's see it here. A little bit of a comeback route or scramble drill, top of your screen. McFarland gets it. 4th and 1.
4th and 1, the handoff, and that's going to be a first down as Christopher LeVake takes the handoff and gets the necessary yardage.
Another good run by LeVake. He kind of shows that he knows the situation, doesn't bounce that to the outside, but gets up and gets the 2 yards he needed for the first down. Narragansett going to go no huddle here. Looks to Blessing on the sideline for the call.
Freet lets it go and incomplete. The rush was on its way. I think he saw the rush coming, rushed that pass a little too quick.
Yeah, Rogers brought 6 there, so that's a blitzing their backers. I think he thought he had a hot option to the bottom of your screen. Looks like that one step, expecting his receivers to look hot. No one is, however. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Narragansett's offense.
Freets looks to throw, lets it go, and too far. That was intended for Christopher
LeVake. Intended for number 8, Michael Zelenek.
I think that Zelenek looks like an 8 from here. Number 8 Zelenek. You know, Rogers is bringing the house right now.
And we have a penalty. The flag dropped in the backfield. And they're going to march this one off against Rogers. Roughing the passer. Big one. That's a first down now for Narragansett.
Rogers brought about 6-7 guys to rush the passer on that last play. They could have thrown the ball up the sideline instead of airing it out the way they did, but they're able to move the chains nonetheless.
Right on the 20-yard line. Looking to pass, and that is out of the reach of the intended receiver.
Like Jackson Hole right there. Yeah, Jackson Hole on the corner route. And he had him. That's open in high school football. He got a beat on the cornerback. A little bit of a play fake, I believe, from Freet there, just kind of 1 yard over the receiver's hands, which has been the story a lot of the times in this game in the passing attack.
All right, 2nd down now. Back to pass again. Freet lets it go, and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, who was covered very closely on that play. So an incomplete pass.
Yeah, another quick post by Narragansett. Mariners are trying to get Hole a lot on these in-cutting routes. I thought that throw was a little bit behind his receiver, because if he put it on the mark, would have had 7 there.
And waiting for the play to come in from the sideline.
Yeah, the entire Narragansett team looking over to Coach Blessing for these calls. They're trying to save time. They know that they're in a big 33-point hole.
Snap, pass incomplete. And that one was headed in the direction of Christopher LeVake.
There's Chris LeVake. Yep, just more possession type stuff. Brings up a 4th and 10. Be interesting to see what Narragansett does here. I believe at this point in the game, midway through the 3rd, down by 33 points, they're kind of forced into going for it. They already went for it back here. See what they dial up. You know, I really think the out-cutting routes have worked the best versus Rogers. Rogers is coming out in sort of a cover 4 shell, but they're dropping those corners back after the snap. So he's been able to get his slots on the outs, his running backs on the outs, and has even hit a comeback in this game.
All right, there you saw the signal going in, and let's see. We have a timeout called by Narragansett. So 5:30 to go in the 3rd quarter, 40-7 our score. Back with more Friday Night Rivals after this.
State Credit Union's Friday Night Rivals. Local high school football every Friday night on Charge. Closed captioning sponsored by Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses, the brand you trust since 1928. Offering Nairobi's same-day mattress and upholstery delivery 7 days a week.
And welcome back. Just a reminder, during the 4th quarter of tonight's game, we'll be selecting the Ocean State Credit Union Player of the Game. Ocean State Credit Union, where our interest is in you. On 4th down. There's a long pass into the end zone, and it is incomplete. Don't see any flags on the play, so Narragansett will turn the ball over on downs.
Yeah, they try to run the fade route to Pacheca. Three-step drop, throws it. Not a bad spot. Gives his player a chance at least there to make a play. Not the best ball in the world. Pacheca just got a hand on it. Ball falls to the turf.
So they'll bring the Rogers offense out on the field, leading by 33 points here in the third quarter. Just a reminder that next week we have one more Friday Night Rivals game to go, and we'll be in North Kingstown for the Skippers game against the Central Knights.
.522 in the third. Rogers offense in a tight set, one wide receiver.
Handoff on first down, and a couple of yards picked up on the play.
Troy Contian in the tackle for Narragansett.
Believe that was Nixon Brownell, perhaps, number 10, carried that ball.
I'm just thinking of this in terms of Narragansett's front eight. They really need to try to assert themselves, get something good on tape for next week. They're going to have to watch this thing in the coaches' rooms. You don't want to be the butt of a joke as far as how many yards it's going to look like Rogers ran up your. I have to edit myself there.
It's all good. We understand what you're trying to say. All right, handoff on second down and 8, and a loss of a couple of yards on the play. But it keeps the clock rolling now with 4:30 to go here in the third quarter.
See, there we go. There's the type of positive play that they can show on tape. All right, you did a good job. You didn't let him get to the outside here. We can build on things like that. I mean, really, football is an interesting sport. It's everyone doing their part in shoring up as many gaps as you can. And I think the biggest thing that Narragansett's defense hasn't done today is contain the outside. And I can remember back in Pop Warner, that's the first thing you learn. If we let these teams get to the outside, it is going to be a long, long day on defense. So we need to do what's important first.
30-10.
Third down play, rolling out, looking to pass. Ventura trying to find someone, and he's going to just run it out of bounds. Although he tried to tiptoe on the line to keep it in bounds so that clock keeps rolling, but they stopped the clock when he did step out of bounds.
Even there, it's a rollout by the quarterback. You're not supposed to just let him get to the edge. It's almost like no one is even there to try to stop him from getting the edge. So you'll see he gets the edge. He has no wide receivers open, but he just takes a stroll down the park. You can see he's barely running there. And I'll just pick up the first down instead. It's just not a way that you can win football games.
All right, so fourth down. 4th down and 1 here for Rogers.
Narragansett's defense young, plagued with injuries. A lot of guys out there learning. So, you got to give Matt Blessing and this team the benefit of the doubt. They're really just trying to bring these guys along.
4th down, and need to get up to just over the 30-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. And it might be. Yep, they're going to move the sticks. It's good for a first down. Very close.
Number 42, Trevor Bonner on the tackle for Narragansett.
No lack of effort by the Narragansett defense as they almost held them. But game of inches, picking up just enough to get the first down, and they move the sticks. And speaking of moving, so does the clock continue to move now, down towards 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter of tonight's game.
See if Narragansett can make a stand here. They've got only, looks like 3 DBs, but they're tight. Rogers in a tight formation. Finally, a penalty by Rogers. Rogers has done what they said they wanted to do, which is limit the mistakes so they can keep those chains moving on the ground, and they've definitely done that this game. That's the first really mishap we've seen by the Rogers offense.
They'll back him up 5 yards, so first down and 15. There's a handoff, goes to Burrows. Burrows trying to find some room, gets loose, up over the 30, 35, and switches directions, now going backwards, gets loose again, and a gang tackle here, finally bringing him down. Wow.
That is a pickup of about 12, but he did it the long way.
Ooh.
Burrow is a slippery guy. He is tough to bring down. He's got no room. He's making guys miss with only 2 yards of space to do it, but we've got a flag down. Player's not supposed to pick that up. But he hands it
very
kindly
polite,
to the ref.
very polite.
Please
yeah.
put that back in your pocket.
I'm going to suggest Burrows go on Dancing with the Stars the way he was dancing in there, and the penalty's going to go against Rogers. But check this out.
Yeah, he
goes to the left.
Yep, bounces back to the right. He's slippery. People got him around the legs. It's like they slide off. He's got, some sort of vegetable oil all over his pads. And finally, they get enough guys. You need about 9 to bring him down.
All right, they're going to back this one up against Rogers.
Against the Vikings makes it a first down long.
Back to the 28-yard line. We'll call it 1st and 15, actually 2nd and 15 now.
Yeah, finally some penalties working in the Mariners' favor. 2nd and like you said, 17. But, the way that Rogers is running, look out. They got 3 plays to do this.
Ventura, handoff again, finding room and moving up to about the 29-yard line. Pickup of a few yards on the play. Chris Connerton.
Like you said, Chris Connerton does a lot of blocking back there. He's a smaller guy. When they do give him the ball, he's got a little shakes. He's shaking in the middle there. Gets them to what will be a 3rd and long, but a lot more manageable than when they were 2 plays ago.
Quarterback consulting with the coach, John Horsman, along with his signal caller there, Miles Ventura, the junior quarterback, takes the play back into the huddle.
Yeah, Rogers doing a good job. They know what they're doing. They're using every bit of each play clock right now as they're up by, 33 points, 40-7. Vikings versus the Mariners. Rogers up. He's got 1 wide, 2 H-backs.
30 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Back to pass. Ventura completes. Up over the 35. Breaking it outside and into Narragansett territory goes Cisco Aponte.
Horsman talked a lot about Aponte when we talked to him midweek. He talked about how he wants the ball in his hands, a guy that can also play quarterback, but they need him out there in the slot so they can run their screen game. That there being an inside screen that picks up about 25 yards. My stats guy corrects me. It's 24 yards. He's very
if Pete Connell says 24, it's not 25, it's 24. Come
24.
on now. All right, 1st down for Rogers here. And the handoff on 1st down. Cutting it inside is Michelle. Michelle down inside the 40 and inside the 35 before he is brought down.
Pete should know that the only reason I said 25 is because his 4 looks like a 9. So I try to split the difference somewhere in the middle.
I know. How many yards on that play, Pete? Did you see how many yards on that play?
Sleeping.
No, it's let's see. They're gonna mark it off here, and we're gonna take a little break. Timeout on the field. More Friday Night Rivals after this. And welcome back to the final quarter of play here in Newport. Rogers with a comfortable 40-7 lead, as you see some of the cheerleaders on hand here tonight for every game, but of course a little more enthusiastic with their team leading, and also on homecoming night, senior night here at Topa Field.
It's all the nights tonight.
Tonight is the night.
It's also a blowout night, 40-7. We'll see if Narragansett has any life left in their defense.
Brownell on the handoff on first down, picks up a few yards. So through 3 quarters of play, total yards for Rogers, 372 versus 104 for Narragansett.
That's not it's not good for Narragansett. Yeah, 372 yards total offense, most of them on the ground. Although, you know, Rogers had more success than Narragansett, I would say, through the air as well, putting up a couple scores on some play action passes.
2nd down and 8. Ventura sends a man in motion. That's Michelle. And the handoff, looking to find some room now. Little couple of cutback moves. And Travis Burrows taken down inside the 25-yard line.
Travis Burrows, the Viking ball carrier.
He put a move on Narragansett's D end.
Terry Price on the tackle for Narragansett.
You'll see it here. I'm not going to say any names because I do not envy the guy that tries to tackle this guy. Such a good little fake there to the outside. Burrows
picks up a first down after the 12-yard pickup. Ball on the, let's see here, 23-yard line.
He's doing everything tonight. Kick returns, running the ball for long runs, corner routes for touchdowns. Ventura under center.
Michelle in motion. The handoff goes to number 10, Nixon Brownell.
Nixon Brownell, very, very steady tonight. He's their changeup. They've been giving him the ball, most of those dive type of plays straight ahead, and he's a guy not afraid to put his head down and pick up those tough 4 yards.
2nd down and 7.
2nd and 7. Rogers taking their time. The quarterback, Ventura, going to the sideline every single play to get the play call from Coach Horsman. He'll walk it back out. Offense will take its time. They know, they're well aware of their lead and that it's only a matter of time if they want to take up every bit of this play clock.
2nd down, the handoff goes to Michelle around the right side and then gets inside the 10, is hit hard, taken down. The ball squirts loose and rolls out of bounds.
Man, Michelle easily to the outside, a little bit of a speed sweep there. Picks up that first down easy. You got the replay right here. A little bit of motion, late handoff to the side. Like we said all night, I've been saying there's no contain on Narragansett's defense. They're just meeting him 6, 7, 8 yards downfield.
14-yard pickup makes it 1st and goal as the Vikings now inside the comprehensive community action red zone.
Yeah. Frank, I've been in games like this on the defensive side, you know, where the team is very one-sided, very single-faceted. You have to come up at DB because those safeties are not necessarily accounted for in the blocking scheme, as we see Burrows do another dance.
Does get down to about the 5-yard line, be 2nd and goal.
You know, it's at some point you just bring everyone down. You make them pull the ball out of the guy's gut and throw a play action pass in order to get behind you. You have to kind of sell out because there's nothing else to do at this point. Force them to do what they're not comfortable doing.
Officials holding up the game for the moment.
So the officials in the Viking huddle, sending one player to the sideline. Number 55, Naden Treats, comes off. Number 52, Zachary Laughlin, comes in. I don't know whether that was an equipment issue or a health issue. A little change in the personnel.
Looked like an equipment issue. 2nd and goal here.
There's the handoff, Brownell. Brownell fighting for more yardage and gets down to about the 2 before they drag him back. We'll see where they spot this ball. Be 3rd and goal.
This drive here is about pride for Narragansett's interior. They do a good job there. That's going to force them into a 3rd down situation. Brownell, their dive back, does a good job picking up a few yards there, but we'll see if Narragansett can really stuff the interior and obviously try to keep contain on these speedy Rogers running backs. Previously in this game, when Rogers gets inside the 2.5, they're going to tend to dive straight ahead. Look for Brownell here. He's lined up behind his quarterback.
Ball on the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal. Handoff. 2nd man through and then into the end zone, and looks like we've got another touchdown.
Travis Burrows there, yeah. Fake it to Brownell, give it to Burrows on the trap, counter, whatever you want to call it. He comes in with a head of steam. Would-be tacklers go high, and he walks into the end zone. Yeah, he's
take a look at it again.
Looking
here
at the ref because of the tackle. He didn't like how high they came, as you see him wrapped around the neck there. So, you know, a lot of times these games, when they get out of hand, guys get a little bit chirpy. Their pride is on the line, so you'll see some scuffles going on, and that's just kind of par for the course.
All right, they're going to try and kick an extra point for the first time tonight, Brownell. And that one is blocked. So 46-7 now with 5:55 to go here in the game. More Friday Night Rivals after this.
Let him play, Brayden. Let him play.
All right, welcome back. 46-7, 5:10 to go, and they're going to let the clock roll for the rest of this one as we wait for the original chimney sweep kickoff. Original chimney sweep, you're safe with us. And there's Cisco Aponte with a kick through the hands of one returner and into the hands of another, picked up at the 10-yard line, and I believe that's Chris Wynn. Get some yardage on that play.
Yeah, Petreka lost it. Wynn behind him to back him up in the outfield, and Narragansett's offense makes their way onto the field here. You know, this is tough. This is the type of situation where you're just looking for some life on your sideline, trying to see who really has some heart here, who's going to fight it out till the end, and, you know, really just fight for some pride, as I've said previously. Narragansett's quarterback's going to head to the sideline. I believe they have Gavin Marsh in there, possibly the backup quarterback.
All right, we're going to take a break. More Friday Night Rivals after this. All right, welcome back to Newport. Rogers with a 46-7 lead after the timeouts. That stopped the clock. 4:12 to go. And if you're on the Narragansett sideline, hey, listen, guys, let's keep playing here.
Yeah, let's fight it out. You know, football's like a fist fight. You can't just go limp. Yeah, they got their backup quarterback in here, Gavin Marsh. He'll go to the air on his first play and throws a little swing route to his running back, and A little bit of life there, a little bit of a spark. That's what they want on first down.
It's like Mario Capezza is on the receiving end of that pass.
Number 20, Jamari King on the tackle.
And Narragansett making some substitutions, getting some of their younger guys in the game, get them some experience, try to build.
Gavin Marsh, the quarterback, number
Freshman,
11.
yeah.
Freshman, just a freshman. Snap, looking to pass, and look out, and he is dragged down. I believe that was Ethan Collins who was coming off the edge, drags him down.
Ethan Collins got there in a hurry off the left edge, number 7, and tough situation for your young quarterback because he had no time right there. You'd like to see him grow into the place where he can just throw that away instead of taking the sack.
Now the clock still ticks inside of 3 minutes to go on 3rd down and 11. There's a snap, and look out, here comes the rush again, and that ball falls short of the intended receiver on that play, Christopher Wynn.
Rogers is playing an off man-to-man look against the freshman quarterback. He's got him on the out route, just misses Wynn by a couple yards, a little bit low on the throw. You know, that's a throw he'll have to make consistently in order to earn the starting job in the future. Four wide receivers in for Narragansett. Backup running back.
There's the pass, and a little bit too far, just off the fingertips of the intended receiver, Owen Oakes.
Yeah, just off the fingertips, like you said, a little bit high and outside. The ball's on time, which is what you want to see from a young quarterback. Backup running back in the game, Mario Cabeza, number 22, stands next to this freshman quarterback. They'll bring the, thought they were bringing the punt squad on. Yep, turnover on downs, my fault.
So we'll get a chance one more time to see Rogers on offense.
Rogers has some backups in the game as well. This would be Julian Donovan at quarterback.
And the handoff goes to number 28, Malcolm Loper. And he sneaks inside the 20-yard line.
You can see how young Rogers is. You know, once you get past that set of starters, a lot of young guys, a very, very small offense on the field right now, the quarterback, the running back.
2nd down and 4.
No more breaks, right?
Julian Donovan, freshman, under center now. And the pitch goes to Braden Ward. And Ward still running down inside the 5-yard line. The clock continues to roll with 20 seconds to go. Let's see, are they going to run one more play or let the clock run out?
I think they're going to let it go. Coach is not sending him out there. Offense walking to the sideline. 46-7 the final here. Rogers over Narragansett. Rogers sideline meets their offense on the field celebrating the rivalry.
Certainly just the way they hoped it would go on this homecoming and senior night here at Topa Fields. 46-7 was the final, and the moment of truth for the play and player of the game. Let's begin with the Ocean State Credit Union play of the game.
Yeah, this is the first play from scrimmage. Travis Burrows dices up the Narragansett defense. He's off to the races. Almost caught from behind, but he uses a little bit of balance there. We would see that balance as the game progressed. He's got jukes, he had spin moves, he's slippery in space.
Then the player of the game
will be the same guy, Travis Burrows. Like I said, Travis had 3 touchdowns on the night, 4 touchdowns on the night if you count the 4th quarter. And through the air, on the ground, you see all his plays right here. Cutback runs, no one was able really to grab him and tackle him securely unless they had 4 or 5 guys on him. We'll see here how they're able to do it through the air. Ventura to Burrows in the corner of the end zone. For some reason, Narragansett decided to leave him open.
All right, so congratulations to the Rogers Vikings. We'll have a little trophy presentation with Ben DeCastro when we return with more Friday Night Rivals. And welcome back to Newport after a 46-7 Rogers win over Narragansett. And standing by with the victorious Vikings is Ben DeCastro.
Hey, Frank, thank you so much. I am here with Coach Horsburgh. Coach, it was a tale of 2 different sides here. The score was quite different.
Quite different. You know what? We came out on offense. We did a great job running the ball. That's what we do. We run the ball, control the clock, and then, let things sort out the way they fall. Defense did a great job stepping up. They got a high-powered offense. They score a lot of points. We're a little nervous going into it, but they played a great game.
All right, who do you have coming up next week, and what do you have to do to prepare for that team?
Well, Narragansett, they're similar to us. They're big up front. They run the ball really well, so we got to have a good week of practice.
All right, Coach. Well, I'm going to give you the trophy here. I don't want to drop it. The Ocean State Credit Union Champions Trophy. Thank you so much. Congratulations, guys. You all earned it there. Frank, we'll send it back to you.
Well, before we put a wrap on another edition of Friday Night Rivals, all of us would like to take a moment to thank the wonderful sponsor partners: Ocean State Credit Union, Eric George, DMD and Associates, Paul Massey Motors, and Dell's Lemonade. Through their contributions to this program, makes it possible for you to view these at home. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsor supporters for their contributions to our 2023 Friday Night Rivals telecasts: Roto-Rooter, Trattoria Appia, The Original Chimney Sweep, Comprehensive Community Action, Cardi's Furniture, Tri-County Community Action, and Atlantis Comfort System. And we'd especially like to thank tonight's participating high schools and their administrators for their continued support: Narragansett High School and our host tonight, Rogers High School of Newport. I'd like to invite you to join us again next week when we wrap up our fall coverage of high school football here on Friday Night Rivals. We'll be in North Kingstown for the Skippers game against the Central Knights. So for Kyle Rowley, Ben DeCastro, Pete Connell, I'm Frank Carpano. Thanks for watching and have a great night, everybody.